Hey everybody. Okay, I'm so excited. I've been loving my journey to grinding my own berries into freshly milled flour for all of my baking, but I'm about to try something new. I can't wait to share it with you all. I'm going to grind this organic popcorn, and it is going to make cornmeal. If you're like I am and you love cornbread, think about how much better your cornbread will be if you grind your own cornmeal. Now, there are a few things I need to share with you before I show you how we're going to do this. If you do not have a grain mill and you're in the market for one thing to consider, if you plan to make your own cornmeal and do a lot of heavy-duty, large batch milling of wheat berries, you are going to want to get something like I have here, the NutriMill Classic. This, the lid is in the dishwasher. This has a much larger chute. It will accommodate more at one time. You can adjust the flow at which the wheat is ground, and you can also adjust the speed and the coarseness versus the fine. Also, this has either a 12 or 1400 watt motor, and it will accommodate hard kernels like popcorn. Whereas if you've got, this is my other grain mill, if you have a NutriMill Harvest or one that has a smaller motor, this I believe is 450 watts. I love it, but when I want to make cornmeal, I have to push this one aside and go to this workhorse. So let me show you how you grind your own cornmeal. So first, we are going to turn this on. Now, this is super important regardless of what mill you're using. When you are grinding your own flour, always turn your mill on for 15 to 30 seconds before you feed the wheat berries through it. And you always let it run for about 15 seconds before you turn it off. That way you know that the chute and all the passages are clear. So we are going to turn this one on. What this cornmeal looks like. Smells like I'm popping corn. Okay, you want to make sure that the motor is off. Okay. Oh my goodness, guys. Look at this. It smells like popcorn. This will make the best cornbread in the world. You're not putting this through any kind of process where it's going to be stripped. You have the whole kernel, so you're getting the fiber, you're retaining all the nutrients. So that is one reason that I absolutely love the art of grinding your own flour. It's so simple. It's not difficult. So if you are someone who wants to start kicking the tires with that, you can look at two of the #1 mills, the Harvest, which will do all the basic type grinding. It will do smaller batches. You will just always need a bowl to catch the flour. If you plan to use lots of different berries, and if you plan to make your own cornmeal with these hard kernels, then you will want to definitely choose the classic grain mill, because it's the only one of this type. A micronizing mill is what you would need to be able to grind popcorn. This would not be able to do that. So, could not be more thrilled. I plan to use this to make cornbread. I also want to recommend a book that is invaluable if you decide to start making your own wheat berry flour at home. And this is the Essential Home-Ground Flour Book by Sue Becker. You learn all the different types of berries and how to grind them, how to use them, and then you get all kinds of recipes. And when you start diving into this, you will be intrigued at the story behind a lot of the berries, the ancient grains, and all the nutrients that we can get from grinding our own flour, because we're not stripping anything away. We're getting all three parts of the wheat. We're getting the bran, the germ, and the hull. So do the best you can to feed your family the healthiest food at home, and grinding your own flour is an easy and economical way to start. This mill is the most popular one sold by NutriMill, and I believe it is $250-ish, $300. I will link to both of these below, but one thing I can assure you, NutriMill absolutely stands behind all of their products. This has a 5-year warranty on all the different parts. But I will tell you, I have been following YouTubers who grind their own flour, and I ran across a woman who had had this classic for 16 years, and she broke some of the teeth. And when she called to ask maybe what she had done wrong, they told her, they said, you need to send that in. That shouldn't have happened. So she said, after 16 years, that's customer service. So you can't go wrong if you purchase a grain mill through NutriMill, and you definitely can't go wrong if you grind your own flour at home for your family.